What's up, guys? Today we're talking about a relatively new knife from CRKT. This is the Avant. Before we get into the knife, this is what you are getting. Just a cardboard box with a little plastic bag that the knife is in and a little catalog or whatever. So basically trash. I think it'll be nice for most of these knife companies to start sending out their knives in little metal tins, kind of like how G-Shock does with their watches. I think it'd be a nice touch, and I really don't think it would cost them any, but that's just my personal opinion. Going on to the knife, let's talk about price. So I got this for $62 out the door. I bought it at a Sportsman's Warehouse, so after taxes, $62. It on Amazon Prime, you're looking at $70 before taxes, so I would imagine $75 to $78 out the door. So this is one of those few instances where you're able to get a cheaper price at a physical location. Blade HQ is selling them for $60 too, but I'm sure with shipping it'll be more. So just up to you. But this is the one time in my experience that Amazon Prime does not have the best price. Blade steel, CRKT kicked it up a notch at 8CR14 MOV. So fancy blade steel for a fancy knife. I'm kind of joking, but you know that's the steel that you should typically expect at this price point with CRKT. At least under the $100 range for CRKT. The handle, I checked Blade HQ. That says it's carbon fiber, so that was a surprise. Normally, I expect carbon fiber to be on way more expensive knives. So at $60, carbon fiber handle scales, that is awesome, and it looks absolutely beautiful. This is a beautiful knife. Going on to the locking mechanism, you got your standard liner lock. I would like to see this knife in a frame lock version one day, but for what I intend to use this knife for, liner lock is perfectly fine. As for the ergonomics, the handle leaves me a little bit wanting. I would say, well, I also have big hands, so you know, nothing against this knife. Just my mongoloid hands are probably to blame in this situation. But I think if they came out with a Avant XL, then that would be the absolute perfect knife for me. But as you can see, I can wrap 3 of my fingers around here, and then the other one's kind of dangling. But you know, yeah, I wouldn't ever use this knife for some serious utility tasks or you know, anything major cutting. So as far as having a solid grip on this knife, it is not necessary for me. And deployment, as you can see, it's on the IKBS, so just so perfect. Well, so enjoyable. If you're a fidgeter, this is definitely a good knife for you. It also does have this thumb plate. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I like thumb studs, but I mean, it works. So overall, what can I say? This knife is what CRKT does best by making a knife that looks more expensive than what it is, right? This reminds me of my first one true love when I got into knife collecting, and that is the Amicus, right? It's just a simple, elegant knife, but it really has the essence of a much more expensive custom knife, or like a, let me think, like a zero tolerance 220. If you don't know what it is, just look it up. Zero tolerance 220, and I mean, shares very similar attributes to this Amicus, but the only difference is the 220 is, you know, a couple $100, and this is a $25 knife, or at least when I got it. And you know, as far as functionality goes, just a dream to open, just absolutely good quality. So that's what I get. That's the memory, or that's the feeling that I get with the Avant. As far as overall fit and finish though, I would say it should get docked some points. So out of a 5-point scale, I would give fit and finish maybe 3 out of 5. Overall, it is great. Just it feels like they could have spent a little bit more time just finishing up the edges, smoothing it out, but I don't know. That's also my opinion. That's just my initial impression. As I carry this knife throughout the weeks, I'm sure I will be a lot more lenient towards this knife, but yeah. So I'll still stand by my 3 out of 5 for fit and finish. They could have spent a little bit more time just smoothing out the edges. But as far as what would I use it for, this is to me a dress knife. So you're going out to dinner, you're wearing, you know, business casual, this is what this is for. I wouldn't use this as a garage knife. I wouldn't use this as a self-defense knife. It's just really when you want to be a little bit fancy and take your old lady out on a date. Oh yeah, pocket clip. I do like this pocket clip. I would consider this a deep carry. So not like SOG deep carry, but pretty deep carry, pretty deep when you're comparing it to other CRKTs and other knives in general. Yeah. I think this one has been causing quite a buzz in the knife community because it looks so clean. I don't know if it's really coming through in the camera, but yeah, this is a knife that I'd be proud to just whip out and show off to people. I think what would make it even better is if they were able to match the Amicus price, but $60 for carbon fiber handle scales, that is a great deal. So yeah, that's really all I got to say for now. I'm sure I'll put out an update as the weeks go on. But overall, I'm very happy, very satisfied with my purchase. And if you were on the fence, I would definitely recommend you get this knife. I recommend going through Blade HQ or checking out your local retail store, just because this is one of those few cases where Amazon Prime does not have the best price. So anyways, I hope this video helps you with your next knife purchase. Thanks for watching and tune in for the next episode. All right, bye.